Matt and Kate, a young couple, settle into their new house in upstate New York. As they embark on a new life together, they both enjoy the early years of being a young married couple. While rearranging the kitchen, Kate discovers a dead bird behind a cupboard and walks outside to bury it. She is sidetracked by Matt's conversation with her through the window, and when she turns to look, the bird has vanished. Matt discovers something strange in the wall while tossing things from the house, so he rips the wallpaper to have a better look. He finds a huge door inside with an odd keyhole. As soon as Matt had inserted it through the keyhole, he contacted Kate to inform her of the situation. Together, they open the door. Kate detects something strange about the room and decides to follow Matt as he contacts the power company to report the issue. An operator from the power company shows up the next day to look into the origin of the surges. To his amazement, he finds the basement's old and bizarrely entangled wiring. The operator responds that he has never seen anything like that when Matt asks if there is anything he can do about it. The operator tells Matt about the former owners of the house, who were killed there before he departs. He starts researching the news as soon as he hears it. Matt discovers the names of the deceased couple, Paul and Madeline Schaefer, in an old news story. Additionally, the suspect goes under the moniker John Doe and is still unidentified. He finishes a bottle of alcohol and longs for a second bottle himself. To his amazement, another bottle materializes when the bulb flickers. Matt looks closely at the bottle and discovers that the room may grant wishes. When she hears the sound of flickering lights in the living room, Kate gets up to see how Matt is doing. When explaining how the room can grant any material want, Matt beams as he proudly displays a genuine Van Gogh artwork to Kate. Kate dismisses it as one of Matt's jokes but soon discovers that her husband is being serious. She requests $1,000 in exchange for testing his theory. Matt looks around the entire room before finding the cash Kate requested. Despite her skepticism, they suddenly become rich after she requests $1 million. As Matt and Kate surround themselves with luxury items, their happiness is unmatched. At the night's conclusion, Kate wonders how the room can fulfill their requests, but Matt reassures her that she shouldn't be concerned. Their joy and excess continue throughout the following days. The excitement and enjoyment, though, pass quickly. The following day, Kate feels empty since her possessions can't satisfy her inner needs. As a result of his worries, Matt presents her with a crib and suggests they try for a child. Contrary to what he had anticipated, Kate rushes out of the house after becoming angry at the surprise because she had already experienced 2 miscarriages. Later, Kate enters again and, in the enigmatic room, she suddenly wishes for a child. When Matt finds out, he is enraged because she did not get his opinion before wishing for a child. During their furious dispute, Kate asserts that she did it as a shortcut to parenthood. Kate says they may be happy without the risk of a miscarriage and the anguish of childbirth. Kate is urged to bring the infant back to the room so that Matt can vehemently oppose the concept and wish for the child's disappearance. The pair walks inside the room at that same time, but Kate sobs as she struggles to keep the child. Instead, she gives the child to Matt, but he is unable to do the act as well. He gave the kid back to his wife before leaving because he could not bring himself to wish for it to vanish. They ultimately agree to retain the child, and the two instantly become parents. Matt continues his investigation into the long-ago tragedy. He finds out that the alleged killer is still alive and being treated at a mental hospital. Shortly later, Matt goes to the mental hospital to speak with John and inquire about the room. Finally, Matt confronts an older John and begins asking him about the mansion, particularly the enigmatic chamber. John informs Matt that he has been waiting for this day for a very long time while sporting a menacing grin. Matt questions John about why he killed the Schaefers, and John replies that it was the only option. John dismisses the subject and tells Matt to leave home in its place. He advises the young man to act quickly before it's too late. On his way home, Matt stops at a petrol station, but to his amazement, his money disappears. As a result, he dashes home and checks to see whether the outcome would be the same by throwing the remaining cash into the room. The Van Gogh artwork is then brought to the door, supporting his notion that they cannot take the items outside since they would turn into dust. Matt breaches the walls in a fit of wrath in an attempt to unravel the mystery of the room, but to no effect. He only notices the entangled cables that are too challenging to follow. When Matt rips a wallpaper, he finds a diagram of the home that shows where the linked cables are located. Meanwhile, Matt forbids Kate from taking the infant outside, saying it isn't secure. He keeps his wife in the dark about why they shouldn't take the kid outside. The infant unexpectedly becomes a young child outside in a couple of seconds. The couple was in awe at what they saw when they returned home and turned to face the growing boy. Later that day, Matt discloses that everything a person wishes may be fulfilled in the room, but only if they agree not to take it outside. If they do, the object deteriorates and becomes dust. Kate responds that a baby is not a thing, and she finds it unacceptable that she cannot take their kid outside. She grows fond of the young man she identifies as her son and calls Shane. Over the following several days, Kate homeschools Shane. She emphasizes that he must stay indoors due to the dangers of the outdoor environment's viruses. One day, as Kate teaches him to read, Shane gets frustrated and throws a fit. Later, Kate picks up a parcel from the outside and locks the door each time she enters and exits. Matt, who placed the transaction, receives the package from her as she opens a brand new pistol. Unfortunately, Kate entirely forgets about it and fails to lock the front door. Shane sneaks up to the front door and unlocks it unseen while she is preoccupied with the piano. Kate discovers it at once and furiously runs to her son. She hugs Shane, happy to see him uninjured and secure. The couple chooses to cover every window with wood planks to keep Shane from sneaking out. The following night, Shane approaches Kate's bed and requests permission to sleep next to her. The following days are spent by Matt honing his shooting skills with his brand new firearm. After dark, Shane explores the home and discovers a map that points to the basement. After spotting the significant power source with entangled wires, he finds himself in the room. Around the home, lights flicker all through the night, but Matt and Kate are entirely unaware of it. When Matt awakens, he notices a brand new snow globe next to him and the damaged one in the distance. As soon as he sees the flickering lights, he wakes his wife awake since he already knows what is causing it. When the couple enters the room, they're shocked that Shane has created an outdoor space inside it. Shane likes making snowmen in the once four-cornered room, which has since transformed into a massive forest. Kate is enthralled by the fantasy world her kid has built for himself and joins in on the fun. On the other hand, Shane is dragged back inside by Matt. The couple disagrees about letting Shane play in the room after the event. Kate disagrees with Matt's assertion that it is risky. While arguing, Shane answers the phone even though he is not permitted to do so or speak to anybody else. When Matt takes the boy's phone, John phones and to Matt's amazement finds out that the couple wanted a boy. Kate listens to their chat on another phone while in the kitchen and hears all they say. John says that Shane's freedom to leave the house requires the ultimate price of life. John suddenly admits over the phone that he was also a child given by the room. Before making John kills her to free herself, John's mother murdered his father. Then, he offers Matt a choice, either murder Kate and rescue Shane or kill Shane and save Kate. Matt becomes concerned as he overhears Kate leaving the house. Since Shane is alone, Matt behaves erratically and even defaces his studio. Soon after, he prepares Shane's meal as they are both seated in the dining room. As the little boy's questions continue, Matt becomes irritated and loses his cool. Matt acknowledges his wrongdoing in Shane's room and offers a heartfelt apology. They wind up sharing a bed when the youngster requests that Matt read to him. When Kate gets home, she sees Matt and Shane resting next to one another makes her feel better. As soon as his parents are sound asleep, the child waits to take the front door key. The next day, Matt and Kate learn that Shane left the house when he sees the front door open. They are shocked to observe Shane age overnight in a different part of the home. Even though he still has a boy's mind, he now presents as a mature adult and threatens to shoot his parents. Matt launches at Shane after Kate calms him down, and the two start fighting. As a result of the fight, Kate is knocked to the ground and gradually loses consciousness. Later, when Kate awakens, Matt tells her that Shane was fatally shot in an accident. Kate, devastated by Shane's passing, walks outside and starts crying. She is consoled by Matt as he brings her back into the home, where she keeps sobbing. The real Matt awakens in the room where the argument took place and searches the home for his wife. He spots flickering lights and assumes that Kate and Shane, who has changed into Matt, are inside while still panicking. While all is going on, Kate is unaware that Shane, not Matt, is standing in front of her. She discovers the identity of the person standing before her, though, as Shane indulges in one of his vices, eating ice. Matt makes a valiant effort to enter the room by destroying the wall and navigating the cables. At last, he arrives at the room, which is now a dense jungle. It indicates that Shane expanded the outside space and replicated the home using the room. He transformed into Matt to abduct Kate, take her to the replicated house, and exploit her sexually. Matt travels through the woods with a goal in mind, to get his wife back, and eventually finds the copied house. He enters just as Shane tries to get Kate to kiss him in his bedroom. Shane wakes up to get ready for a new battle when he hears Matt try to break in. Kate is now free to go, but as she does so, she notices two different Motts standing in the corridor. She gets grabbed by one of them by the hand, but she throws him away after yelling Shane's name to get his attention. When Shane sees the pair approaching from the entrance, he moves toward Matt and fatally stabs him. Shane, who has been duped, chases Matt and Kate as they make their hasty way out of the room into the woods. He tackles Matt at the actual house but is dragged outside. Shane rushes back to the door after realizing it would cost him his life, but Kate quickly closes it before he can enter. Kate stares at Shane as he becomes an old man and yells "Mommy." He moves slowly, his body rotting till it becomes dust. Having spent a lot of time with him as her son, Kate still sobs over his body despite all his flaws. The pair is now clinging to one another after a traumatic day. They go to a smaller space and establish themselves in peace. The movie ends when Kate is horrified to see that her pregnancy test is positive and isn't sure if the baby is Shane's or Matt's. As if things weren't already horrible enough, a bulb flickers, giving her the idea that they could still be in the room. Thanks for watching. For more content, please subscribe to the channel.